and you won't accept that as fake. So it doesn't
I don't
matter how
believe
much
you.
you watched.
Believe me.
I think
The
you're a
Yeah,
liar.
quality, the quality of your
I
watching
think I
is
think you're a
crap.
liar, Zanuck.
Yeah, you can't. There's no getting through to Sonic when he's presented with obvious evidence of fakery, and he will just immediately excuse it. I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
I
what he'll
think
do.
you have to be a liar at this point, man. I'm gonna call you out. I don't usually do this, but you're a fucking liar.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised it took you so long, but well, yeah, commend you.
Hey, is there any flat earthers in the space program?
You know what? I don't trust liars, so you could be lying about anything at this point. So just
I
fuck
think
off.
we should try to get a flat earther in the space program.
There are no flat
You guys
earthers
have-
or globe earthers on at the goddamn space. There are no globe earthers. Are you listening? There are no globe earthers on the ISS in the space program.
I'd
Okay?
love to see a flat earther
Take that
get
in.
blasted off.
There are zero globe earth believers in space. Okay? Take that in. Take that in.
That's a good
I
one.
bet
though.
you guys
I love
be
that
really
one.
shocked.
Thanks,
Wrong
So
sound.
airline pilot, how do you use that footage of NASA with the mirror in the opposite direction of Earth, showing a sky?
I just don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, I don't know the kind of camera. And just
Well, you're looking at a reflection
to me,
of
it's
his wrist,
inconclusive
aren't
either
you?
way.
Or you're looking at CG.
To me, it's inconclusive either way. I just don't know anything about what I'm even looking at. You know what I mean? I have no experience being in space.
Does it look weird to you?
Not particularly.
Not particularly. That looks perfectly like what you would expect to see.
Well, there was no red flags that went off. What were the red flags for you?
Okay. Well, you can see a reflection of what seems to be a reflection of blue sky coming from his wrist when it's facing towards him, which is facing away from the Earth and the blue sky.
Right. The infinite void of space.
You know why there are no red flags? Because you've never been
Seeing
to
clouds in
space.
outer space.
Duh.
You're just blinding yourself to obvious fakery, like the diehard Globers do when they are presented with clear evidence of something fishy. Instead of going, that looks weird, I should figure out what that is in case it is fakery, you'll go, nah, I'm sure it's legit, because for some reason you want to be deceived.
I want to go to the ISS.
A normalcy bias. They don't want their whole worldview to be turned upside down. So they do this to protect their brain. This is too much. I can't. This has got to be fake.
It is like a psychological defense mechanism.
Yeah, it's kind of like MK Ultra in reverse. It's a self-defense mechanism for something that's too contradictory to what they've been taught. It's like, no, you can't take this in. This is bad. I can't allow this to go into my brain. I must come up with a rational excuse, and that's where cognitive dissonance comes in.
That's it.
And yet it's not their fault, right? So.
I mean, because at this point you're like a reality denier, right? You're just you're denying reality. Like when you believe water is convex, that's a denial of reality.
I think it's very rich for a flat earther to call anybody else a reality denier.
Really?
You guys
Who
really,
says that?
That's
Who said
because
that?
you
that's
don't
like pot
understand
calling
the
a kettle
topic.
black. You know what I'm saying?
Because you haven't looked into it, clearly.
Hold on.
Says the man who believes in convex water, right? You see the irony in your position?
There's nothing wrong with level water curving around the globe. It's a perfectly natural phenomenon. It's level all the way around the curve.
He said, I don't see nothing wrong.
Before
everybody else rips into you regarding that comment,
This is a real problem.
before everybody else starts ripping into you before that comment, sorry. We don't deny reality. That's how the Earth presents itself to us, flat and stationary, right? So we're not denying reality at all. You are.
I just have one question. Why can you measure the spin of Earth then with precision instruments?
Where can you observe spin? Measure it. What presupposition you're working on that you're already on a ball, and then your normal calculations and results will be attributed to the spin of that ball.
And set.
Watch the sunrise.
Watch the sunrise. Track across the sky.
So watch the sun move across the sky. At the moment, all you can do is at best tell the time. it'll come back later. This sun that moves probably in a circular path above the. So sun moves, floor is still. Where's the Earth moving? Unless you're just going to assume it is.
The sun is still in the floor moves. Take your pick.
Sun's not even still in your model.
It is still enough.
No, it's not. It's flying around the galaxy. What the fuck?
It's still enough.
It's still enough.
It's still enough.
Hold
at
on.
500.
Hold on.
About 500,000 miles per hour.
Yeah,
Really?
that's completely still.
Still enough because we're flying.
Oh, still enough. Okay.
We're flying in formation with it. Have you ever seen the Blue Angels?
We're flying in formation.
Have you
Oh,
seen the
fucking
Blue
about it.
Angels fly in formation?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So the sun is pulling us.
Exactly. We're in formation with, so it appears.
We're in formation. Yeah, I get that because of gravity, right? Because of the bending and warping of space time.
You got it.
Yeah. Can you prove any of this shit, or are you just going to tell us your story?
Have you just learned? I mean, are you just going over this again since high school, dude, or like, are you just trying
Hold
to put
on,
it together again?
Can I just
'cause you
ask
don't
him something
sound
from
too
what he
sure.
said earlier? You said
Yes.
you said clearly that sorry, excuse my voice, I've got a bad throat. You said clearly that, what was it you said? I don't want to misquote you. Water sits level and curves around a ball, you said something like that. Can you prove
Correct.
that on a smaller scale? Can you show us water curving around a ball measuring level? Or are you just
I
gonna
can
say
show
that
you
it does
bendy
and not be
water.
able to prove it?
I'll
You
be
can show us
happy to show
bendy
you bendy water.
You can show
In
us
what way?
bendy
What do you
water.
mean?
Let me get a clip. I'll post it in.
So you can show me water that doesn't sit level, water that bends.
Yes, I'll be posting
Ooh.
some bendy water shortly.
No. She's after level bendy water.
Yeah, like something that measures level but bends, so it has to go around something.
Like
It's
the
level
horizontal
relative to
level.
gravity. Right. So it's level relative to gravity. You know what I mean? Like,
So let's
Oh,
say,
Lord.
Oh,
can,
okay.
you, can you show me? Can you, I don't know, maybe find a ball with its own gravitational pull and maybe make water stick to it? You know, can we manipulate
I
gravity?
think that's impossible on a small scale.
So
What
we
do you mean?
can't,
I thought we could-
manipulate gravity or bendy
Sorry.
space-time.
Well, if I had something heavy enough, I guess I could show you bendy water.
You guess? You just said I sounded crazy for saying that.
What do you
Pardon
mean
me?
bendy water? No, see, water's level. So is that
Water's
level
level.
bendy already?
Level right around the curve.
Yeah.
It's what? Right over there.
But
Level over there.
listen to that sentence. Let me just pick two words that you've said. Level, curve. Level, curve. Level, right,
Yep.
a round, a curve.
That's
Something
the
that's
thing
level
about-
is around a curve. Do you know the
That's
definition
it.
of something that is level?
Well, this is exactly how
Have
I
you
fly my
have you
airplane.
ever laid
I'm
a
always
brick
level
in your
flight.
life, dude? Have you
Yet I'm
ever put a
traveling around
brick
the
down
curve.
next to another
that
brick
work?
in your life? Have you ever leveled anything in your life using water
Wait,
level,
so-
spirit level,
Question.
anything?
No, I fly.
You said when you fly your plane, you always fly at level.
I fly in a level flight.
Let him answer.
Yet I
Let him
travel
answer
around the
Bambi's
curve.
question. That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
go ahead.
Bambi's
I'm
question.
sorry.
No, you're right. It's,
Yeah.
I know what it's like, guys. He just wanted to jump in an agile point, but we're just giving him more opportunities to jump out of it. But Bambi's point was right.
Yeah, so level curve. Something that's bent and level.
So what happens as you travel around the curve? Level. You know what I mean? Because gravity changes. The direction of gravity points.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's why it's
omnidirectional.
always level.
So
Yet over long distances, you're going around the curve while always being level. The same is true
So
for
other
water.
than this massive ball of thing that we're standing on and living on, can you prove to me level bending?
Probably not you.
Because I don't.
Your
No, don't worry about my satisfaction. I'll worry about my satisfaction. Do it to your own. Other than the ball we're standing on, can you prove to me level bending?
He only has to think about it, and it's satisfied, right?
I don't know how you prove it. How would you prove
Well,
it?
it's quite. I can help
that's the
you.
thing.
I can help him, Bambi, if you
Sorry.
let me. If you're certain that mass attracts mass, because we're on a ball, it's spherical, and gravity is putting everything to the center of that mass. so water included. That's where we get the spherical nature of it. What we want, other than your belief in what the Earth is and does, is a demonstration of attracting water.
A demonstration of which attracting water?
An object. You can decide whatever object, however dense. You have to demonstrate that water is attracted to it, and not just surface tension. I mean, the whole thing.
I have one question. While I look for that water attracting business, I have one question. How does water even find its level? Water always finds its level, but how does that even work?
You pour water in
that
a
question.
cup, it becomes a cup. You pour water in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. Now, water.
That question is a question we should be asking you. How can water find level on a ball? That's not a question you should be asking us. How does water always find level? We should be asking that on a ball. It's a known fact that water finds its level.
Water has a level finder that it uses to find its level. Yeah.
How does it work?
Magic.
It evenly disperses in the container that is held within, and then it is displayed level on the surface.
So
doesn't matter what's inside that container.
What if I tilt
But without the container, it's just going to fall on the floor.
It's the natural properties of liquids and fluids on the surface.
Well, how does it work? Like, what if I tilt the container?
Because it'll find
its own level, the horizontal.
If you
but how?
That is the most childish thing I've ever heard. If you take a glass, have you ever took a glass and like tilted it on its side and maybe held it into the water? It's gonna stay level.
Right, but how?
It finds its.
Because that's what water does.
Oh, you're going to start.
It's superpower.
Else. I didn't create this.
Look at the magnet. I put a
There you go.
magnetic
There's the
example.
answer. Didn't create this
There's a
place.
coffee cup. The coffee cup has level water except where the magnetic field is. Can you see that?
So it's a magnetic field now that's doing this.
Yeah. That's what makes it flat.
Yeah.
Well, that's ferrofluid, that, isn't it?
Not the black fluid, but there's a cup of water. You go scroll up. The plane of water, the surface will always be level. There's something affecting it.
Yeah,
and it looks like
monster
if we live
magnet
in the
that
toroidal,
says, does it?
It's probably the energy, the toroidal, which makes it equalize.
Right. Okay. The
There's
monster
some
magnet.
kind of
then.
energy moving the water to level it out perfectly.
Okay. Brilliant. Still level, isn't it?
So,
That's the point. It's level. That's all we're talking. Level or curve. Which is it?
It's level.
Right. So, regardless of what does it, that's
horizontal.
irrelevant to our topic. Our topic
level,
is, does it
no.
curve or
Level
is it
means horizontal, doesn't it?
Bev, that graph is hilarious.
No.
You failed.
Level is horizontal, isn't it?
Level is perpendicular.
It's pretty obvious.
What is gravity?
I don't know.
It's not a force.
You don't know?
It's the bending of a conceptual medium called space-time that gives rise to a force that's not actually a force, but you can think about it like a force.
As one.
Yep.
Without the presupposition that you're on a ball.
The curve is level and horizontal, but you can think of
But you
it
could
like
think
a
of
curve.
it. Yeah, man. I mean, this is the year we're living in right now. You could just think of things and just be like, yeah, that's what it is, because I thought about it like that. There you go.
You see, the word horizontal has a root
this guy
word,
over here. Yep.
Horizon,
this guy.
horizontal. And go look in the thesaurus. What are the top 4 most similar words? Right there. Flat, level, even, plane. Those basically mean the same thing as horizontal.
Yeah.
The horizon.
Yeah.
Sea level. Sea level. Great
Exactly.
Plains. So flat.
Exactly.
These things have a meaning, right? They didn't name them. They didn't pull names out of their ass to name them. They named them accurately before the globe Earth was a reality. Before they invented the globe, they had real terms for these things.
Yeah, it's
They
not an
kept the real
Apache
terms,
helicopter.
but they just changed the shape. Now they don't meet with reality. We have words that
And
don't match
apparently-
what we observe.
Exactly. And everybody knows these words. Everybody has used them growing up. and all that. They never had a problem with them until all of a sudden one day they hear of flat Earth, and then all of those words have to be changed in the definition. Why is that?
Have you guys
Refraction.
ever put water in a bucket and then maybe put a string on a bucket and then spun the water bucket around?
Sure, yeah, I've done it.
Isn't that the
What
same
about
thing?
it?
No, that's totally different.
No.
Hold on.
No.
What about
What's
it? What
saying?
about it? Go ahead.
What happened to the water when you put
Stay-
water in a bucket
No,
and a
no,
string
man.
and you spun?
It stays in the
Hole in that
bucket, though.
bucket.
Look, I
Hole in that
killed that
bucket.
argument. When I was 14 years old, I destroyed that stupid argument in class. Like, what are you talking about? How old are you?
How did you destroy it?
Put a hole in your bucket.
No. Put
I
water.
can destroy it with one question.
There's a
Put
hole
a
in
string
your
on
bucket.
on the
Where are
bucket
the
and
sides
spun
of
it around.
where are the sides on Earth?
Yeah. You got. This is. Turn it round. Turn the bucket the other way round, 180 degrees. So the water would be on the surface of the bucket, and then spin it around.
Right.
Spinning it around.
Don't forget to take the side. Hold on. Don't forget to take the sides off that bucket. So you've just got a surface. This surface must attract the water whilst you. Don't give me a bucket which is 180 degrees the wrong way round.
You got your ice wall. Who's that?
In a container.
What? Hold on. What, red herring?
Xanax is just being a dick. You can hear him, so he's like, hee. Yeah, so where are the sides on Earth?
Where's the container?
Yeah, that's how that question
Why
got
does the water
destroyed.
stay in a bucket when you spin it around?
Because it's got sides.
Not
It's a
to spin it
container.
around. I'm talking about spinning around in your arm, like the water.
Yeah.
Upside down.
If you take the bottom of that bucket out, what will happen to the water?
I'm not talking.
Coriolis would happen.
Why is the water staying in the bucket? That's what I want to know.
Because it's got a bottom to it. Because you're slinging it around. You're throwing it against the bottom of that bucket in a circular motion. It's literally as you see it. You're swinging it out. The water's hitting the surface of that bucket and being contained by the bucket as you spin round. Now that's not analogous to the Earth. That's not analogous to the Earth. You're the wrong way round. Turn the bucket around. Remove the walls.
You fly planes?
My point is,
The air or the water?
He doesn't fly planes.
Oh my god.
It's just his role.
Yeah, I just hope he's got to do.
my
Oh,
point is,
he said he flies planes. Do you
He
fly
doesn't
planes,
fly
pilot?
planes.
I'm a Jedi. Let's be fair.
my point is that the reacts to the forces imparted on it. If I spin it around in a bucket, I'm part of force, and it sticks to the bucket. So
Are
it-
you,
it
are you
doesn't stick to the
spinning
bucket, it
buckets
stays within the bucket.
to bend a level? Is that
The
what you're
water
doing?
will
Wrong way round.
I'm gonna bend this level by watch me. I'm gonna get some buckets and I'm spinning them. Watch me bend the level.
Okay.
Are you
Airline pilot, do you realize that the water is on the outside of the Earth?
Exactly.
Right, but it's on the
Did you say
inside in the
exactly?
bucket.
VC checking, guys.
I'm trying to roll with it. So the water is inside of the bucket, though.
Right. But it's
Right.
the point about forces. Okay,
Right, but
let's
it's
take
also a
like this.
point about you've got water in a container in one case, and then in the other case, you have water literally taking the form of the outside
That's
of an
not what he's
object.
saying.
I take it you're running Fight the Flat Earth Discord as well, I got told, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on his, but I'm nothing like him, and I'm not really a fan of his style.
Nice. I struggle to see how so many people actually are, because he's not very nice to people. So
I no, and a lot of people on our side don't like him much either.
he doesn't do you any favors, to be honest.
No, he doesn't, and I try to be as opposite of him as I can. I think everybody. I want to know why people believe what they believe, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So why do you believe in the globe then?
I believe in the globe because it makes most sense to me, but I can see how it doesn't to others too. So I just want to know what people have to say. I like talking to people, you know.
So what do you think is your best evidence for the globe?
Wow. I'm not as good as the people you see on YouTube. Like I'm
No,
not like team or
I didn't
anything.
mean
But
for a
for
debate.
me
No,
personally,
just
no, for
anything.
me
But
personally, I do believe the pictures that I've seen, not just from NASA, from others as well.
right.
And I don't see how we'd be flat when every other planet I can see with my own eyes and a telescope looks spherical to me, at least.
So do we necessarily have to be what you see in the sky?